Good evening, everybody. We are
Welcome
live.
back.
For the second time this week. Good evening. Thank you all for joining.
For us, it seemed to make sense to do a live stream with all of the new changes, everything that's happened, catch up on the absolute poop storm that has been
Merlin Ride Access. There's been so many questions. There's been, it's been popping off. So rather than, like Hayley said, doing a video, we thought we'd come and actually chat to you. Hopefully we get a great discussion today. If we could all just remember, keep it friendly. Nothing too harmful to anybody. Respect everybody. It's a heated topic, shall we say. And it's been popping up on every single Facebook group, Instagram, you name it. It's been well covered.
It's chaotic. Yeah. It's everywhere. It's sorry, I'm just going to my phone to check because a comment popped up and I can't actually see it because our chat screen is like that big. Hey, you guys having the stream saved afterwards? I commented earlier on Facebook and having a similar case going, just in case there's any similarities for points I can make.
Yes, it will be on here.
We tend to leave all of our lives up, don't we?
Yes, we do. And this is going to be quite an informative discussion, chat with you guys, as well as...
Well, we want to hear your points on it.
Yes.
We want to hear your opinions on it. Obviously, we'll give our opinions too. I'm going to tell you all the things that are bugging me, all the things because
and we want you guys, like, whether you agree with it or don't agree with the changes, we want those comments, you know. We want a fair, balanced debate, I think.
Let's discuss, because there's a lot of things online where people are making a comment and then you just can't argue back because it's just not enough.
It's also very hard.
Or whatever.
It's hard to actually get your point across, I think, in a comment as well, easily,
and it
without
can be taken wrong. And
yeah.
So,
shall we jump in the chat and have a look and see who's in there and say good evenings to people?
Yes, we can indeed. Before we get as always, professional as always, and we still haven't set up the chat properly, so I still can't see it on the screen. So to the phone again. So, for any Nimbus symbol questions or whatever, Chris did pin it to the top of the chat.
Yes, it is pinned. So if you need to know what symbols you have, if you have a digital version of Nimbus, if you click on the link, it is there and you can check your symbols out.
Yes.
Hopefully that helps, because we had a few questions about that last time. So
we did.
I thought.
So we have I like watching tornadoes in the chat.
Good evening.
Good evening. We have RH2 Siri's listening to me again. Does that annoy anybody else?
Only you.
Bear with me. We have RH Tube.
Good evening. Thanks for joining.
They say evening or another day, another Merlin email. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Charlie Biker. Hello.
Good
welcome.
Evening. Thank you.
We have Crafts and Creds. Good evening.
Good evening.
Blue VAXRC. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. So.
Shall we get on with what broke today, shall we say? Shall we go with... So let's give some background. Obviously, on Tuesday, we all received the email from Merlin for Ride Access users saying that basically the access card or Nimbus, they are now only accepting 3 symbols.
Which is the...
we should write these down, really.
Unable to stand for long periods of time, so that's that's a person sat on a chair. On level surfaces or level surfaces, however you want to look at it. So basically, like step 3, that sort of thing. That's a little ramp symbol. The symbols are on our thumbnail anyway.
Yes.
And the other symbol is WC, which is toilet.
Yeah.
Or urgent toilet needs.
Now, obviously, that created quite a bit of a stir. And if you go back on our channel, we did do a live stream on it.
Just a teeny little stir.
And we're still getting comments on it today, which we're very grateful for, because we like listening and talking to you guys and commenting. But yeah, it's caused a ruckus. And it's so much so, I have even got some of the press that's come out this week Yeah, we've got some from The Guardian. There's 2 articles there from the BBC. Now, rightly or wrongly, I think we're going to jump in afterwards because I know there's a lot of people that are quite angry.
You've just triggered me just with the headline.
There's quite a few angry people for the headlines, which I totally get. But we shall go into the email.
Do you want to read it?
No, you can read it.
Oh, charming.
Did you not get it up?
I did, but I had to go to it. Okay, so dear all, you have received our most recent update, which we know has generated some concern within the Ride Access Pass community, and that's why we're getting back in touch. We recognise that this communication was not as clear as it could have been, and we're genuinely sorry for this. We want to provide some further clarity, reassurance and guidance ahead of February half-term. We are also asking for direct feedback so we can hear from the voices that really matter on this topic, yours. Over the past year, we've worked hard to improve the RAP experience by tackling pre-booking issues and making the virtual queuing system easier to use, more accurate and reliable. Even with these improvements, demand for RAP has continued to grow to a level that is now effectively the very reason it exists. Affecting the very reason it exists, helping to reduce queue times for those who need it most. Last year, we know that many of you were unable to secure RAP availability when you wanted it, and those who did often faced longer than expected wait times during peak periods. This is not the experience we want for you. Our intention has always been and will always remain to provide a positive, supportive experience for those who need RAP. This hasn't always consistently been the case and it needs to be addressed. Getting this right matters and we're working hard to find solutions. Over February half-term, at the 3 parks which are briefly open, we are trialling changes to the RAP eligibility criteria. More information about the trial can be found in updated information on our resort websites for Alton Towers, Chessington and Legoland. We're sorry that the trial nature of this wasn't clear enough. While we know there is, oh my gosh, I've lost where I am. While we know there is always more we can do, we're proud of the range of support we offer guests. Over the years, we have broadened our focus beyond queuing alone and have introduced a number of adjustments and support measures across the whole attraction to better support guests in their specific needs throughout every part of their day. Details of these adjustments can also be found on our resort website. The trial gives us an opportunity to listen, learn and review these support measures and to explore whether we need to do more ahead of the main season opening in March. Your feedback is genuinely important to us and we would really appreciate you sharing your thoughts through this survey. So they've then just put a link to the survey basically, and there's a little bit more, but it's basically just your voice matters, please say, so couple of issues there for me, but we will jump back into the chat quickly to sort of see what you guys are saying, what you're thinking. So
find where we are now.
Yes, RH Tube says sticking to the backdrop. I see. Yes, we still haven't had a chance to iron it, but yes.
Yeah.
It's been good to see how much coverage this has had on the news. It's good, however.
Hang on, go into it afterwards.
Okay.
That's a whole different kettle of fish. Otherwise, we'll never get through people's questions.
Hi there. Being a SUD, I guess that means sub, for 3 years now. Looking forward to what's going to be discussed today. Stay tuned. We will discuss everything possible.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming this has affected my family today as we tried to log in and says RAP is inactive, but on our Nimbus is active until August 2027. Okay, I will address that just while I've got that comment there. Essentially, if you go onto the app and it says that it's invalid, it's invalid. It means that you are no longer eligible at this time. They are starting to backtrack a little bit, but at this time it now means that you are no longer eligible, which is a shame.
If you don't know your symbols, use the link that I've pinned at the top of the live chat. And you'll be able to find out your symbols.
Yes. Good evening, Pixie Pixel.
Good evening.
Sam, John, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for joining.
Sam says another cluster by Merlin. Of course. So funny how they have gone for no, this 3 symbols is an absolute it to the end. to it being a trial and was a trial all along. Yeah.
I mean, you would have to say the only reason why this has come, we've all got the email today, is very much the publicity it has got.
It's damage control now,
yes,
which is a shame.
It has nothing to do with.
It should never have been damage control. It should have been, oh, okay, people are listening, people are watching, they're talking, they're telling us that this isn't good enough, this isn't okay. What can we do? Instead of apologising and say, okay, it may have been a bit harsh, let's see what we can do, see what we can figure out, I will tell them that it's this. So, yeah, it's a bit bad, in my opinion. Well, it's not a bit bad, it is horrific. It's absolutely disgusting, because having something that you rely on to be able to go to a theme park taken away from you just like that with no warning isn't okay.
And the fact that they say they're listening... Well, how about if you were going to make these changes, why not create the survey at the end of last season and then gone from there? Yeah. We'll bring that up again later. Yes.
Good evening, Nikki. Welcome to the stream.
Good evening. Thank you for joining.
Merlin now need to own it and have an actual trial. There's no way that they can trial it during February break when nothing is open and they're honouring the bookings with the new non-valid symbols. I don't know if they are honouring them, because if you're no longer eligible, if you log in, if you go to the app, remove your current account on the app and then do it again, it will tell you whether you're still eligible or not. I have seen responses from Merlin saying that any bookings or pre-books that you have already are no longer valid. So that is very much still here or there. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I've not had a chance personally to reach out to Merlin to ask that question. And by the way, I'm not saying what they've done is right. I genuinely didn't get that you were saying it was right from that, to be honest. How did you get that email? I didn't get it. If it's not in your inbox, it might be in your junk.
I was going to say, as long as you're part of the Ride Access, you should have given them your email. So it's whatever email you've used, it should be in there.
Platinums and Trophies, good evening. Welcome to the stream. I may be wrong, but why aren't other parks getting hate? It just seems to be Towers getting the brunt of the force of it.
I agree with you on the press. Yeah, it does seem a bit strange why the press are picking on Towers. I thought that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I do think it's a lot of the press is more targeted up that end, but I also think a lot of people that are calling out and reaching out to newspapers are more Towers based. I mean, I would say press is all press towards this is good press, but it's in my opinion, I don't think it is. I think some of it is doing more damage than good, but again, I would love to hear your opinions on that. RH, this was the main story on Midland News this evening. See, that's good. That's good. But yeah, where can you find the survey? It should have been in the email. So if you didn't get the email, check your junk inbox. If not, I believe there might be an email.
I was going to say, if not, and you are part of the Ride Access, I don't want to give the survey out because not everybody, everybody and anybody would fill it out. Yeah. But if you are part of the Ride Access and you haven't got it, by all means, message us on either Facebook or Instagram, and I'll forward you the survey. Yes. But please don't lie.
But I think there's a Merlin feedback email address as well. I saw someone post earlier, so we can find that for you as well and link it somewhere. Yeah. Fairground, good evening. Welcome to the stream. It sounds like the mainstream media backlash has made them backtrack hard. Been interesting to see what they actually do in March, though, if the media moves on to the next big drama. Yeah,
I must admit, at the minute, like Hayley said to begin with, I think it is damage control, slightly.
Which to me it's disgusting. Instead of just holding their hands up and going, okay, all right, we get it. We'll see what we can do. They've just gone hard and gone, oh, we'll just gaslight and say... No,
it's a trial.
We just missed out the key part of information that it's a trial for like 2 weeks. Yeah, okay.
A trial where not everything is open and there won't be that many people on park. Yeah, make that out of what you will.
Yeah. Charlie says the thing is they don't even listen to staff disability needs as well, so now they're causing issues for guests too. I can't talk on staff, just because I'm not staff and I don't know the ins and outs of how it works behind the scenes. That being said, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me considering how they're now treating like disabled guests. It's just not, it's not acceptable.
No.
Hi Peter, welcome to the stream.
Good evening.
ITV News has done a good article, to be fair. I'll have to have a read. Sorry, I've come across a comment about someone's personal sort of situation. I don't really want to say it out loud just because it's quite... I would reach back out to... So Blue, I'm responding to you. So I would reach back out to Nimbus and actually say that she struggles to stand and actually make that clear, because from what you said in that, she should qualify for the unable to stand for a long period of time. So just reach out. I think it's symbols@nimbus.co.uk. But if you go onto I think it's on the Nimbus website, the email should be there anyway. Reach out to them or give them a call and say that you are concerned and you would like that reassessed. So Archie said, this has, however, been a fantastic marketing week for Portland's Drayton Manor and Blackpool Pleasure Beach. 100%.
Can I also just add, like, obviously there's 3 other parks. I think have actually come out publicly, or at least Drayton Manor have anyway, that I've seen. And they've actually said that their policy haven't changed. And as far as I'm aware, no other park policy has changed. And actually, when the Nimbus...
Well, they have changed, but they've changed to update the symbols.
They've changed, but basically, to get a Nimbus card, you have to be disabled.
Yeah,
to a point. You have to have a disability. Yes?
Yeah, it concerns me that you don't know this, considering you sit next to me when I do the forms. So
it's my terminology.
With Nimbus, you literally have to prove, with every bit of evidence that you have, your struggles, your diagnosis, absolutely everything. Some things, I think, they can take on a more of a situational base, but I think you still have to have, like, a letter from a doctor or something to say that, yes, this is a legit concern, this is something that they struggle with, or you can, whatever.
So my point is
you still have to prove it.
You cannot get one of those cards without evidence. So then to say, well, no, that's not good enough, you need exact symbols to qualify for your ride access, that's a joke. No other park, no other place even does that. If you go
onto Drayton Manor's website, I couldn't find, me personally, I mean, if you can find it, show me, but I personally could not find anywhere that said what symbols you had to have. It just says you need to have a Nimbus card. The same with Blackpool Pleasure Beach, although Blackpool Pleasure Beach on their website, it shows the old Nimbus symbols, but it shows the queuing symbol, +1 and WC, I think it is. So I don't know if that's their way of saying, like, these are the symbols. But I also don't think they've fully updated their website yet.
I don't think we've actually been to any other place that have gone, oh no, you don't have that symbol for whatever the need is. So, like, obviously if you're trying to get, for example, a carer ticket, you need a +1 on that. Totally understand that, but that's what that's for. But for the ride access for Merlin to have gone, no, you need these exact symbols, I just does it. Yeah, I don't know.
The thing is, the symbol they're asking for doesn't actually cover queuing.
No.
The one symbol that they've turned around and said absolutely not is the one cover that covers crowds and queues. And
the people now not going to judge even more, because you now know that person standing in the ride access queue is either can't they can't walk upstairs, or they can't stand.
It's level access, unable to stand for a long period of time.
Or they need the toilet, or I don't know. It's just.
I mean, we'll see.
I know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So, Pinky, welcome to the stream.
Good evening.
Is there a U-turn? I had an email asking for feedback on my thoughts and expressions. So technically, the U-turn is now them saying that it's just for a trial period.
It's not a U-turn exactly. I'd say it's half a U-turn.
I mean, the major U-turn that we'd really discuss it, like really would say is the U-turn is the trial.
And their term from going, this is what we're doing, to now, trial.
Yeah.
amazing what a bit of press can do.
Blue, I personally would say go somewhere else. Enjoy other parks. There's much better parks out there. All the Merlin parks seem to be going anyway, so go make your memories in a better park, in a better place.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't want to read out your comments because they are quite personal. I know you've put them in the chat, but yeah. Again, if you haven't got, so again, Blue, if you're saying with the side effects and throwing up, for me, I would say that comes under the WC. I guess that would be debatable for some people, but I would ask for a review on the WC symbol and the standing for a long period of time symbol. I would speak to Nimbus because to me it sounds like you should be more than accepted with what Merlin are currently saying they'll accept. That would be my suggestion to you. Checked my email, got the last email but did not get the email today and checked everything. I was part of RAP. I mean, sometimes I see people say that they've got an email and then I don't get it till the next day, so it could just be it's slowly rolling out. But I would definitely say check your junk and just keep an eye out for it. Just keep refreshing. Yeah.
You okay?
Yep. Just reading. I don't want to read Blues out because they are quite personal, if that makes sense. I know they're in the chat, but and obviously if you're in the chat as well, you can see them, but I personally don't. It feels wrong for me to personally read them out. Yeah, they're good at trying to gaslight. They are 100%.
Shall we go back to the press release?
Just double checking the last of the. Yes, you can. Yeah, press release.
So obviously we did show you a little while ago. So we got 3 press releases. I know there is more, but basically it's 2 from the BBC News and 1 from the Guardian, all about towers. Funnily enough, funny that, isn't it? All of them kind of saying the same thing though. All about excluding people with autism and ADHD from the disability fast lane. Fast lane, ride access.
Yeah. Okay.
Hayley, talk.
Okay, so I have 2 major issues with a lot of the headlines. A lot of the ones that I've seen, I would say 90% of what I have seen says ADHD and anxiety. Very few. It's these 2 on screen are the first that I've seen when they've said autism, right, or autistic in any which way. It's the first that I've seen of autism being mentioned in any which way, right? So ADHD and anxiety, they know are rage bait words. They know that they're the words that get people infuriated in the comments. They're the words that will get the views, the likes, the clicks, and all of the hate. Even though it's probably not the hate that they're after, they know that the hate is what encourages people to comment. So that's my biggest issue. Then when it's misrepresenting what ride access actually is, just annoys me even more because it's not a fast track. It never was a fast track. You still have to wait outside of the queue. It's a virtual queuing system. And I understand if you don't use the system, you're not necessarily always going to look up to it. You're not going to look into it. You're not going to fully understand it. But if you are going to have an opinion on something, or you feel like you have a right to have an opinion on something, do just a tiny bit of research.
Yeah.
Because if you talk on it and you haven't got a clue, you just make yourself look like a fool.
Yeah. I mean, also, if you really want to, and you have strong views, if you go onto the BBC News website, you can actually give your opinion on it. And there's plenty of people doing it from the news articles. So yeah, if you feel that strongly, obviously write to the press and see what they come up with. But yeah, the other thing I would like to add, I am completely in shock the amount of people on social media that are for it and against it. And there's plenty of people that are against it, but they're so, how do I word it, against hidden disabilities, I'd say.
I think people are afraid of things they don't understand. And don't forget, I feel like we're in that part of like generations where you've got the older generation where like neurodivergent, mental health, all that sort of stuff was, no, you just get on with it. You either discipline, I mean, this isn't my opinion, but you either discipline autism out of your children, or the sensory overload, that sort of thing, or it's just, oh no, we don't talk about that. We're in that in between where it's becoming less taboo, but it's also, but this whole situation has made me seem like we're going a little bit backwards in the progress that has been made. Does that make sense to people?
Yeah.
Like, for me, it's kind of like, yeah, more and more people are getting diagnosed with autism and ADHD and things like that, but it's not the diagnosis itself that makes people entitled to these things. It's the struggles that they have as an individual that makes them entitled to these things. I think
that's the important thing, is everybody is different. Not everybody, just because you may have ADHD or anxiety, or you're maybe autistic, and you can handle a cue, and that, fair play to you, but there's other people that can't, and you need to respect the people that can't. Maybe just because you can doesn't mean other people shouldn't, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You know, and there's too much of that going on. Well, if I can do it, you can do it. Well, okay, yeah, but maybe you can't.
The things that I struggle with, you won't struggle with, vice versa. So I could sit in front of someone and go, oh, we have the same diagnosis, we have the same issues, and they'll go, yeah, but I don't struggle with it.
I mean,
whereas I would sit there and say, well, I do, and then we can't judge two exact same diagnoses like the same way.
I really hope, if there's anybody in the chat tonight on the live stream, and you totally disagree or you agree with what Merlin's done, put it in the chat. We want to hear your views. It's a heated topic, and it'd be nice to hear your view, but then also us to have a chance to answer it in a right way.
Yeah. So Fairground said, I do find it really vile of Merlin to start pushing fast tracks hard and even adding them to rides that have them before while all wrap issues is going on. Definitely shows Merlin endgame. Okay. So yeah, I agree. And some of the responses that people were getting when they said, well, what am I supposed to do now when I come? Oh, well, we've upped the capacity of fast track, so you can buy more fast track. You can purchase fast track.
Well, that's yeah.
Oh, we have quiet spaces available to you and your family. Okay, but those quiet spaces have capacity. Not only that, some of them are targeted more towards children. They're not targeted more towards adults.
I'd say there's probably only one that's targeted to everybody.
Yeah, but that's the one well, for me, that would be the one at Alton Towers in guest services.
Oh, I was thinking more Thorpe Park.
You need to know is there, it's not readily noted that it's there, but then you have to walk through guest services and ask in the most busy, sometimes the busiest part of the park.
Yeah. And probably
everywhere else is geared towards children, so if you're an adult that's struggling, you're going to remain struggling. Thorpe Park's bar is, supposed to be a quiet sensory space, but to me it seems more like a chill out zone. But again, they have capacities, and if you have someone who's in there having, trying to regulate or anything, and they've been in there for a while, that's then restricting other people using it. And then, on top of that, they then said, oh, but you can also buy sensory bags from us for £22 or £25, I can't remember. So to me, yeah, it's a money game.
Yeah.
It's we're struggling, what can we do? Oh, I know, let's do this. And the concerning part is somebody suggested that and somebody agreed.
Yeah.
So we live in Scotland, it's hard to go anywhere else. And the kids won't go anywhere else. So Scotland, I would say your next best thing is Blackpool.
Blackpool, yeah.
Blackpool Pleasure Beach is, their access actually is incredible. Although they do it a little bit differently to how Merlin does it. So they go by, in terms of free, like, accompanies, like, on a ride, I think they go by what's on your Nimbus card. So if you have an individual that has, like, +1, then it's it's the individual +1, and then you can pay, I think it's £5 extra per person up to 4, I think.
I think it's right, yeah.
So I would always suggest giving
See,
Blackpool Pleasure Beach a go.
I don't necessarily agree with how Blackpool do it, but it works without any
Yeah.
issues. Maybe Merlin could have thought of that.
I mean, they could have.
I
And
mean,
actually,
it's
I
exploiting.
personally would be open to that.
It would be exploiting people for their disabilities to make money.
But it would make some people think more about. Well, it's a hard one because you could look at it as it would make some people think, oh, well, you know, okay, fine, I understand. I'm happy to pay £5. But then if it's... Because it was a hard one when we found out about Blackpool, that they do it that way. Because I said, well, it's a hard one if you've got family, because then you're expected to pay £5 extra on top of your entry. But I guess for me, it swings and roundabouts. It's what would I prefer kind of thing. And yeah, personally, instead of getting rid of everything, I would just... That's what
that is another way.
Yes. Pinky says, I saw someone openly post a link to the survey in the Facebook group, and it's just making me roll my eyes knowing how many people are going to spam response.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the thing. You shouldn't. No one should do that. Like.
Spam responses of agreement. Yeah, it's concerning. But I personally don't like it when people share emails anyway. Like, I don't understand. Like, if there's a link, or like you've been invited to something and then you put the email up that's showing those details to something you've been invited to or something like that. I personally don't like that. I realise I say that after knowing that we shared the wrap emails, but we didn't openly share the link, if that makes sense. I hope that made sense.
That's it, dig yourself out of the hole, Haley, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, again, Blue, I would push for the WC symbol. I would speak to Nimbus. It's okay, you can read my comments out. I'd like people to hear how bad it is. Okay. Pinky Blue, are you always allowed to update the card? Oh, sorry, you are always allowed to update the card with her details, even if... Yeah, exactly. Just speak to Nimbus. Speak to Nimbus and explain. Update the situation. Say that you would like her symbols reevaluated. And I would suggest anybody do that if you genuinely feel like you cannot stand for a long period of time. Not that you can't queue, that you cannot physically stand, then get things reassessed. If you feel that you need the urgent toilet, ask for a reassessment. If you feel that you need the level access, again, ask for a reassessment.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Re. Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to the stream. Do you think this is a way to mask Merlin's ride availability issues and increase uptake of the pay/fast lane? Feels like people are being scapegoated.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
It's been well documented that Merlin maybe financially aren't doing that well. I don't know officially, but
they're struggling. But you don't need an article to tell you they're struggling. You just have to look at the state of the parks.
That is true. I mean, let's be fair. Whilst we're talking about Merlin as well, we've all seen that they're now giving away an essential pass with every stay between March and June or whenever it is.
And it's per person on that stay.
And it's per person on that stay, which is, if you haven't got a pass and you fancy it, don't forget essential passes are their basic level, so you only get 100 odd days.
They've also increased the prices of those stays to cover that cost.
That was my next comment. They've also increased them to probably an increase of over £100 per stay. Yeah. So you ain't getting a cheap stay, and you're probably not getting really good value for that one. It's up to you. I mean, obviously, if that's your thing and you think, happy days, I'd go for it. I don't want to say to people, don't do it, because that's not who we are. But, yeah.
Donut Dan, good evening. Welcome to the stream.
I love that name, Donut Dan. We need some donuts. You sell donuts.
RH Tube said there has been so much positive progression over the past few years with the sunflower lanyard recognition. Surely Merlin realised how out of touch they are now appearing. Oh, well, Merlin wasn't a typo, yes. So I don't think they care, to be honest. No. I think the only reason they're backtracking is because they've got called out on it so much. They've had to look like it's an error in judgment of not making it clear that it was a trial. For me personally, if it was a trial, you wouldn't clear all of the original eligible rat passes off of the system.
Ooh, why have we froze?
Oh,
We're
did
back.
we
We're
freeze?
back.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
back.
I think it's just poor. It really is poor. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's be fair. They said they have only slightly backtracked because of the media coverage.
Yeah, of course.
There
they
is
have.
no other reason. I hate to say.
But I am so glad that people are standing up to it. They are saying, no, this isn't okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, this isn't good enough. Yeah. Because the thing is, I think, I don't know how to word this. I think if you're able, so you're not to say, well, I don't know the right terminology, so please don't come with me, right? So I think people who haven't had to fight for things to be put in place to be able to go somewhere in order for them to have a good time will never realise how difficult it is and how degrading, how what's another word for it? Like how much it makes you feel really small to have to sit there and actually type all of your struggles, find every bit of documentation, every bit of paperwork, everything that you have to send it to a third party to say, please, I just want to go on a ride.
Yeah.
Like, it's absolutely disgusting.
The other thing I'd like to add, because
Like,
I've heard so many people say it, and it really bugs me. People go, well, if you can't queue for a ride and you don't like crowds, why are you going to a theme park? Now, okay, maybe a valid point. I don't agree with it whatsoever, though, because you are allowed to have fun. What are you supposed to do?
Sorry,
Literally
I think I'm gonna sneeze.
Not leave the house? Like, I'm going on a rant now, because it does wind me up to no end.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has we touched on that, didn't we, the other day? But everybody has different capabilities. Everybody has different thresholds. Everybody has different ways of coping.
Most people...
Like, escapism.
Yeah.
Like, special interests. You know, the list goes on. What you may think is unacceptable for one person because it's your opinion, actually to that person is the only way that they can get through the week. So, yeah. So it's made the fighting so much worse between rap and non-rap users. That is already was so that it already was. Non-users are targeting their anger at the wrong thing and not the people in the system. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. But then if you look at media as a whole, they do that anyway. Because like if you look at the newspapers, like recently, it's always been people on benefits or people who get PIP, the Motability scheme, anybody that gets DLA for their children. It's that same divide. It's that same, well, I don't get that, so why should you?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. You can have my struggles just for an hour and then tell me if you want to carry on with those struggles or if you want to just leave it be. Do you know what I mean? It's people will never understand if they've never experienced it.
Yeah.
But I think there's a huge misconception, again, that the Ride Access Pass means that you can skip the queue entirely because all they see, if you are a non-user, all they see is people go down the Ride Access, jump straight on a ride, and then you walk away. So you can understand why people would assume that. But again, this is why I say just research and educate yourself before you have that sort of opinion. Yeah, so, sorry. Fairgrounds, Hayley getting it spot on. Far too many who don't even want to learn the basics of a disability to understand. Yep. It's a shame, really. It's a real shame.
It's been happening for many years.
I think it's that ignorance is bliss. But then it's also now too easy to say something vile and disgusting online with no consequence.
Yeah.
So they do it behind fake profiles, behind fake pictures, and yeah.
I would also say I don't know what anybody else's. We will go back to the chat in a minute, but I don't know what anybody else's thoughts are. Last year, and probably even the year before, but let's just go for last year. Now we all know the struggles of trying to get a date that you wanted pre-booked. They were tough. You had to pre-book months in advance, right? But when you got the Rat Pass, we thought, that the the queues were minimal for rap. Most days that we definitely went. We didn't queue for rides.
I think
in the rap pass.
I think the most we queued was 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Unless it was, I lie, because we did queue longer than that for a night ride on Hyperion, but I don't think it was more than 20 minutes at a push.
Obviously, we've always, because AD can't
but
obviously...
Again, that was down to whether I could deal with it on that day.
Yeah, and most of the time you can't.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I actually thought last year it was better. It just they needed to probably up the capacity for ride access pre-books by about 10% just to make it a little bit easier. Because there were days we went when the car park was dead and they were like, no, ride access is full. It's like, but there's no one here. It is what it is. But then this year they've brought in the app, which I thought was going to even iron out even better, especially when they sort of said, oh no, we're only going to release a few in, February and then a few in March or whatever. It's like, great, we'll hopefully be able to get dates that we wanted. But then they go.
They haven't even given the app a...
They haven't even given the app a chance.
I just want to touch a little bit. So, in terms of the colour of your ride access pass, because it's red or yellow, isn't it? So now...
Well, it was.
Well, no, it is still red or
Oh,
yellow. Yeah. So now it's done when you set up the app. When you do the questions, it either says it's basically a long-winded thing, but the be-all and end-all is if the ride was to be evacuated or stopped or anything like that, would you need support or a companion to get you through it? And then there's another question that's of the similar thing. So it's whether you answer yes or no to that question as to whether you get yellow or red. If that makes sense.
But just make sure you answer them truthfully.
Yes, answer it honestly.
Yeah. That's the word.
Yes. We're going to call Nimbus on Monday. Yes. Speak to Nimbus, because I think you guys should 100% be on those symbols. Hell's Bells, welcome to the stream.
Good evening.
Strange they have done the complete opposite of Disney World. No problems with hidden disability and getting the DAS pass there.
I don't know how true it was with the DAS pass. I did hear they're going to potentially look at changing it.
Well,
but I think that
Disney is a little bit different because they've adapted their queue lines to be wheelchair accessible. So here in the UK, our queue lines are barely human accessible. They're like cow pen, like get as many as we possibly can into it kind of thing.
Yeah, saw the ride.
So I kind of understand why they've done it that way. But yeah, it's I can see, yeah, I kind of get it, if that makes sense. Also, I'm sorry, I'm probably sure you're new to the streams. We do eventually get to your comments.
Yes. We kind of go on a rant and then we'll come back.
You do.
Sorry.
So they don't implement preventative measures. They rely too heavily on reactive measures like the sensory spaces. This is a point I've made in my case. Yeah, so if you're needing, for me personally, I can't speak on anybody else, and I know it is a lot of me. It's just the only way I can explain these situations. If I'm at a point where I need a sensory space, I'm at a point where I need to just leave. I'm not going to go sit in a quiet space because I may or may not be able to access that space. For me, it's time to go home. Because for me, whenever I'm at that point, or if I end up having some sort of a meltdown, a panic attack, whatever it is, I feel 10 times iller after it, and it takes me days to recover. So no, I'm not going to go in a quiet space and then go back into the park. Absolutely not. So it's nice that they have those spaces, and if you are lucky enough, fortunate enough to recognise before you get to the point of needing that to go there and it be a calming regulatory space, then perfect. But if you're already, like you said, at the reactive point,
I think it works well for parents and kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, as adults, I don't think it really. But kids won't go to Blackpool or Flamingo Land.
Oh, I love Flamingo Land. Don't you love Flamingo Land?
I mean, I don't blame your kids for not going to Flamingo Land. I wouldn't waste your money.
What?
They spend at least £200 at gift shop as well. They're collecting. Well, that's Merlin's loss at the end of the day. But honestly, speak to Nimbus. That's all I can suggest for your situation. Speak to Nimbus and go from there. Pro Gaming. Hi,
Good evening.
welcome to the stream. Hi people, I'm not happy with this wrap change. I think most people aren't. But I'd love to hear what it is that you really aren't liking so that we can discuss. Donut Dan, thanks for liking the name. It's been given to me as I always get a donut. I read that as I'm always a donut.
I must admit, the donuts that they have at Thorpe Park are very nice.
They are very nice. Oh my gosh, Sensational Adventures, welcome to the stream.
Good evening.
Takes us a while to get, but we get. Thank you for your coverage on the situation. It's what we do. We try to do it.
We go out, we have our adventures, but we also talk about the accessibility side wherever we go.
Yeah, as best we can on the day that we're there. If
yes.
That makes sense. Or as last season was, when we were able to get it, we talked about it.
Yeah, I'm going to say we only went to Towers once, well, 3 times, but yeah, once for fireworks. That was the only time we went.
My dad was diagnosed 2 years ago. So when we go on holiday, we go see my dad, originally from Derby. Sorry if it's upset people, but people need to know how bad this actually is. Yeah, it's a horrible situation. It's not great for anybody involved. But I think with your situation, personally, I think given the severity of the issues, I think you should be more than covered on the current symbols that they... So
there is 2 ways. I would say there's another thing. There's 2 things you could do. Email Merlin yourself and explain how you're unhappy, how this is affecting you.
Give them
your feedback.
Your thoughts.
You'll likely get a generic response, but they've got that response. And if you're not happy with it, I shouldn't really say it, but I'm going to say it. There is, if you go onto the BBC News and have a look at...
They are asking
people's feedback. So by all
they're
means...
asking people's situations and how it's going to affect them as well. So
by all means, share it. I shouldn't speak ill of theme parks because I love theme parks.
Well, it's not
but
all theme
in general,
parks, is it? It's just...
Yeah, it's just Merlin ones.
But yeah, do what you see fit, basically. Let's try and get some positive ideas for non-Merlin UK parks to go to. Maybe this will be the push rush. I'll try other places.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Polton's Park.
I was going to say top of the list, Polton's
Park, Drayton Manor, Blackpool Pleasure Beach, Flamingo Land. Basically any other theme park or amusement park that isn't Merlin. There is loads of them. We're maybe in a couple of weeks' time going to Clacton Pier. You know, they do something down there. There is plenty of places.
Yeah. If you have any other suggestions that we haven't said, feel free to pop them in the chat. Fega, agreed there, Chris. Some of the blatant ignorance on some enthusiasts over the issue has been eye-opening, to say the least.
Yep, it's crazy. But everybody is entitled to their opinion, and their opinion is their opinion, rightly or wrongly.
Fan Vengeance, good evening. Welcome to the stream. We got to you eventually.
10 years later.
I did see your deleted comment, but I couldn't remember what it said. So how they didn't think there would be backlash saying that any mental disability wouldn't be allowed to use rap. Whoever thought of this must be mentally challenged themselves. The thing is, it's not just mental. It's not just like neurodivergence. It's not just ADHD. It's not just complex mental health disorders. It's any hidden disability. That means basically it's anything unless you can't stand, which is mind-boggling to me.
But don't forget, it's only a trial.
Yeah, well, it's not.
Trial.
I'm an autistic individual and struggle being with lots of people, so rap was helpful for me. I live alone, don't have any friends, so they're restricting me to my house now. So that's not a very nice situation. Again,
I really would suggest, obviously, if you've got the email, fill the email out, but also email Merlin. And again, if you don't like it, by all means, go to the BBC website and...
Yeah, they are asking not like Merlin are now asking for your feedback.
Yeah. Start with them though.
I'll find the feedback email, and then we'll pop it in the description of this. I probably should have done it beforehand, to be fair.
Yes.
I'll find the feedback email and then we can put it in the description. After this goes live, you'll be able to find it there, and then you can email with all of your concerns and feedback for it. But I've seen a lot of people say that now, to be honest, and it's it's insane. Full of questions, Barbara. Good evening. Welcome to the stream.
Good evening.
Hopping in to say hi. I've missed your faces.
I know.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. We've done 2 in a week. Unfortunately, it's not a very happy stream.
But
it's quite a serious one, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Daisy, hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Hi guys, you're doing okay. Can't type in chat, driving, but I'm listening.
No worries.
No worries at all. Safe driving. Come on.
Also, Fairground Media with a £1. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you so much. You don't have to do that. Obviously, we say it every time. We appreciate it, but you really do not have to do that. So, reserve and ride is a privilege. Even if you save up for it, you choose to pay to skip the queues. Wrap is a necessity. R&R, you pay currency for. Wrap, pay by having a lifelong condition that cannot be helped. Exactly.
You've hit the nail on the head. Or that, yeah.
I mean, that is another one that has been winding me up, is people have been turning around to individuals and saying, well, use your PIP or DLA for that because that's what it's there for. No. That money is there for any additional aids, any additional expenses in terms of your disability. I wouldn't turn around to someone and say, well, you know, how do you know that that person's DLA only covers their annual pass for the year? You don't know the situation, you don't know what they use that for, so don't even go there, kind of thing. It annoys me, but it also annoys me because why should I have to pay upwards of 120 last year, was it, for fast passes, like an ultimate or platinum or whatever it was?
It's something like that, yeah.
All-in package, upwards of 120 per person to do fast tracks when I used to have wrap. Do you see what I mean? No one should have to pay that. No one should have to pay those prices. You can choose to pay it, but you shouldn't be forced to. I hope that made sense.
No, you're right.
Ree said the media coverage has been inflammatory. My heart goes out to everyone. It's caused a lot of hurt. It's positive to know there are people who care. There's still a few of us. There is still a few of us that are going, no, it has been inflammatory, but media know exactly what words to fuel the British public.
It's good that it's going to the media. It's just how they put in it, I think, is the answer. But like Hayley says, it's that wind up, isn't it?
They know the rage bait. They know what to say. They know how to get people going. And I get it. You need to get it out there. But if you're getting it out there for the wrong reasons, it's going to do more damage than it's worth.
Well,
it's going to do more... It's going to cause more stigma, more taboo, more, well, how dare you? Why should your life be any easier than my life?
Let's just, for example, take the one on the left from The Guardian. Alton Towers to test excluding people with autism and ADHD from disability fast lane. That's a joke. It's not a fast lane. We all know that. Yet they put that as the headline, and it's just going to fuel even more hatred. You know, it's... Yeah.
I love how you just rage baited yourself.
Well, I just get so frustrated from it, and obviously it's you that has rap, it's not me. But yeah, it frustrates me when you see headlines.
The thing is, I think this is so. It's quite interesting to see the dynamic right now because you see my struggles.
Yes.
So you saw what it was like for me before rap, and you saw what it was like for me after rap. So there's a very stark difference, and it will be the same for many others. It was not just, but obviously I can only speak on my personal experience. So it's quite telling to me to see your reaction to it all. But it is, yeah. If it's day and night difference for me, for people who are struggling more than I struggle, it's going to have an even bigger impact.
Yes.
Hell's Bells. I'm so thankful for many trips to Legoland made possible with the Rat Pass. We are no longer eligible. Special memories for lots of families no longer possible or now so much harder to achieve.
I mean, that's really sad. I'm not going to lie.
It is really sad. All I would suggest is if you're able to, go to other parks. There are so many better ones out there.
I mean, if obviously I'm going to say you've got a family, I would say Polton's Park.
Yeah.
Honestly, Polton's Park.
We rave about Polton's Park.
We do. I mean, if you...
We're not sponsored. We have no affiliation.
No.
We do go to the Superfan Day, but we're not sponsored or anything.
No, we're...
Just want to make that clear.
If you go onto their YouTube channel, you can see all their winter updates and what they're doing. I mean, they even, like, clean the rides. Something that Merlin doesn't do. Take the Smiler, for example. Sorry, Towers, for that. It's a rust bucket. It looks awful. Repaint it. Make it look fresh. You know.
I mean, I love the updates that are coming out of Polton's Park. The update
just
videos
looks great. They're opening their big sign that they've got at the entrance. They repainted it because it was looking shabby, and that's the first thing as a guest you see. Just little things like that. I know Towers are repainting the corkscrew at the front, which is great. It's about 5 years overdue. But yeah, just little things like that Merlin Parks need to learn to do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, let's hop back into the...
Sorry, we're getting wound up and then
It's so funny because you rage bait yourself as well sometimes.
I know, I'm sorry.
So I can't wait to see what happens when the Universal Park opens. See, so this is really interesting to me because they build their parks. It's similar to Disney as well, though, isn't it? Where it's inclusive. So they have, I believe, Universal have rides that wheelchairs can go on. You don't have to get out of your wheelchair. I know Disney definitely has some, but they build their parks to be more inclusive so that you don't necessarily have to rely on something like a ride access. At least that's my understanding. But from reading on the disability side and the inclusive side, I can't remember what it said exactly, but all I remember was that it was positive and it got me excited. So, yeah, I think Merlin are going to go down the hill even further at that point. Which is sad to see because they should be dominating the UK. They should be, I think, unfortunately, they took their money outside of the UK and let the UK parks degrade.
I will say, I think his name was Harry. And I'm going to plug a podcast, actually. I don't know if anybody's heard of them. Parkcast, I think it is the podcast on Spotify. They had a guy called Harry, and he is the general manager of Clacton Pier, and he made a very valid point that he sort of said that at the minute Merlin have the footfall for everybody. Like, say if you like a family, you go once a year, you're going to go to a Merlin park. And basically, once Universal opens, those families that go once a year, instead of going to a Merlin park, they're more likely to go to Universal, which is going to have a huge detrimental effect on Merlin theme parks.
I mean, it's also going to have a detrimental effect because there will be a lot of annual pass holders that, well, if they still have any, considering, that will go, okay, bye. And they'll go to Universal. Yeah. I know we're planning on doing that.
They said like this Harry. It was about November time. It was on the podcast. But he sort of said that the smaller parks, because they're footfall. I do apologise. Their footfall. Yeah, I did. The footfall is a lot smaller and a bit more local. They won't be as affected by it because you don't tend to find someone, say, from Liverpool going to Clacton Pier for the day, or for the, you may go on holiday, but do you know what I mean? So Merlin parks are going to be more affected. So I get that's why maybe they're a bit more worried. I don't know why we're going on to Universal, but.
Well, because it was brought up, and to be fair, Universal, I think, will change the game in the UK. Like, I remember last year, again, I'm going to go on about Polton's, but last year somebody asked Polton's Park the question of, are you worried about Universal coming? And they were very confident, and they said, no, we're not. Actually, we're looking forward to it. Their owners are enthusiasts themselves. They can't wait. They don't think that it's going to damage them. Whereas I think if you ask somebody at Merlin, I think they'd be shaking in their boots.
I think that's possibly the reason why I've just sort of said that. Maybe they're thinking, well, these families that only go once a year are likely to go to Alton Towers, Thorpe Park or whatever, and now potentially no longer going to go there. They're more likely to go to Universal, which means they're going to really struggle. That being said, give them a reason to go. At the minute, you're basically like waving the white flag and surrendering, and before Universal's even built. Come on, guys, you've got five years to get things right. You know, there's no reason why Alton Towers, Thorpe Park, Chessington, Legoland couldn't be matching Universal.
To be fair, Fairground is just touched very. Yeah, I'll get to it in a second.
Can I also say, Fan Ventures mentioning about the adverts? I apologise. They are on the lowest frequency level because it's a serious night. So
it's just YouTube doing YouTube.
Yeah, no apologies.
Hell's Bells agree Universal have great access in the US for all disabilities and fantastic disability pass system. So hopefully that will be the same in the UK park. I think they're literally just gonna move everything that they have in America and bring it here. Obviously not the Rise. The Rise will be different, but the way that they run the parks and everything, I think even the late openings.
Give or take, depending on the local rules, but yeah, I can't see why they would change it.
The best thing that I cannot wait to come is Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh yes,
because
we know that's coming.
If I don't have to spend like $3 to $6 grand to go to America, we haven't gone yet, but if I don't have to spend that to experience it.
Although, again, shameless plug for Parkcast, you owe us the money later. I'm joking. They have one of the Universal guys there that like lives round in Bedford, sorry. And he did say about the car parking costs, roughly as a guess. He said potentially £37 to park your car.
I mean, to be fair though, that wouldn't surprise me. Only because
they want people to go there public transport.
Yes, they do. But I can imagine the car park won't be very big either, so it will almost be like priority parking, if that makes sense. I can't imagine the car park would be massive, but they've also a lot of money is being spent on infrastructure and trains. So.
I wouldn't worry about it just yet, but
no, but
it was a guess.
It's going to be more expensive than what we currently pay for parks, but it's going to be higher quality, so I wouldn't mind paying it if that makes sense. Alright, we should also thank you guys for always highlighting these issues, even before this week's emails. Thank you for giving us, this open forum to discuss it in such a constructive and calm way. Look, you're very welcome. We started the channel mostly to touch on the accessibility side because when I started to be told, oh, you've been diagnosed with this, you're now maybe entitled to this, you can look into that, rah, rah, rah. When I actually looked at going out to places, a lot of the information wasn't there. The information that I personally would want to know wasn't there. So that's kind of where we started with the channel.
I also think there weren't many YouTube channels that talk about it.
No, because it was so highly stigmatised.
Yes.
I mean, we originally...
We weren't going to talk about it because we were scared.
We done a few vlogs, didn't we? And then it was kind of like we spoke to somebody else and they were like, no, do it. And I said, but I don't want to get hate. I don't want to get... Because obviously we've touched on it tonight on just how bad the non-user versus user in the theme park community or the theme park space is, how nasty it can get. And I didn't want that. But thankfully you guys have always been very supportive. And so... yeah, I think I would love it to be a safe space. We would love it to be a safe space. If you disagree with us, then you're entitled to disagree with us, but let's have a decent conversation about it. It is a shame let's not have a shouting match.
We haven't got anybody in here that does agree with Merlin. There are plenty of people in the forums and stuff that agree with it.
But again, it's keyboard warriors, isn't it?
It is, of course. And I did invite a few of them on to voice their opinions, but obviously they're not shown up.
Yes, but again, thank you guys for the support.
Sorry, I'm not saying it's bad like anything else.
I'm glad that you feel that it's
helpful.
I guess a safe space.
Yeah.
But yeah, Just thank you for being the voice of the community for this serious issue. I mean, we're definitely not the only people talking about it.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it more being talked about on TikTok, which to me, TikTok, we don't really post on there, only because to me, I see it as the video version of Twitter, where once you get one nasty comment, it then floods and floods and floods. So we don't focus on it too much. We'll post the odd thing here or there, we'll repost some stuff, but
maybe an odd POV, but in
if
terms of
there's
like
things-
regular content,
if
YouTube is
there's- especially for things like this, I think it's important to be nice and calm about it, because given the frustrations and the sudden shock of the whole situation, I think it's only fair to try and keep it calm. I mean, I've read some comments that have made me very angry, that have upset me a lot. But there should be a calm space, as you guys have said. So, yes. Please keep the streams coming so I can share to others. We will do our best. As updates come, any major updates, we will do a live stream or a video. We did stay quiet the last few days, kind of, purely because things were changing so quickly. It was kind of like, okay, well, let's see what happens with this. Let's give that 24 hours, and yeah. Fan says, I think now Merlin will be thinking, now what do we do to have proper shot? Oh, I think now Merlin will be thinking, now what do we do? We've shot ourselves in the foot. They aren't helping themselves.
I mean, it's
up to them, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's their business, their parks, their money. You can tell the company's struggling. You can see the company struggling. You can see the parks are running down. And the last time I checked on the petition, which, by the way, there is a petition going around.
There is a petition. I completely forgot that. Well done.
The last time I checked, it was on 10,000 signatures, and that was this morning. So it could well be on more of that. Or if you think, I think the average for Thorpe is 20,000 for a day.
Yeah.
Is that peak or non-peak? I can't remember.
That'd be peak.
So that's half a day's footfall for one park, which to me actually
and you actually worked out as well how many people, like, just because there's 10,000 on there, you then got to think about, like, say if that was like someone's mum or dad, there may be a family of 4 behind that. So times that figure by 4 and you get the 40,000 people.
Yeah, I would probably say you could comfortably probably add like an extra 1,000 maybe, but that's just a quick math guesstimate kind of thing. So Fairground, I wonder if that's why Merlin is so heavily invested in their US ventures, because they now know they are going to lose footfall to Universal in the UK.
Potentially.
It's possible. It wouldn't surprise me. But they need to, if they want to have any chance at even coexisting with Universal, they've got a lot of work to do. A lot of work.
Complacency, I think, is the answer with a lot of it. They have been too complacent.
They got too comfortable and stopped investing.
Yes.
Yeah. They were the top dogs, weren't they, at one point, and now they're very slowly.
I'd say probably around 2010 to 2012.
But to be fair, you see that with a lot of things, though, don't you? Where they go, oh, we're comfortable at the top, we don't need to do anything, and then things very quickly overtake without realising.
As long as you keep and maintain everything well, you don't need investment every year.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, a Merlin Park isn't that well maintained.
A fan said, I really think they should do whatever in America parks and just sell their UK parks. There's one park that I think will definitely be up for sale. And I personally think that would be Towers. You've been saying it for ages as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's the rumour.
It would make sense for them to sell off Towers because it's the one that is on its own.
That being said, I still think they're mad if they sell it. Mainly because it holds the footfall for the north. basically, if you come from the north, you're not going to go to Thorpe necessarily. You're going to go to Towers if you don't want to travel that far. It is your main footfall for the theme park for the north. So to lose that, they'd be mad, in my opinion.
To be fair, that's a fair point. Sorry, I've just seen fam saying, do you want to do a poll for who's cancelling their annual passes?
I mean, I can do.
That would be an interesting thing to see. But yeah, I don't think... I wonder, really... Because realistically, yeah, they could sell off their parks, but are they beyond saving? Like, would it cost companies more to buy it and do it up than to just let it rot, if that makes sense? I wouldn't know. To be fair to Universal, they will have 2 public train stations either side of that park, so doubt will want to park anyway. Yeah. I mean, for us currently where we live, I think it would make sense for us to get the train. Especially if it's going to be like 38 quid to park. I mean, obviously that's just speculation, isn't it? But why not get the train? It'd be easier. I think when Universal opens the parks that aren't worried may take a little note to help guests and vice versa. Merlin will do what they can to compete and improve, but it will be for themselves. Yeah, I mean, I guess time will tell, to be honest. Time will show us what's going to happen. But I think you could be right. There's potential. There's every chance that could happen.
Hopefully that makes sense.
I
have just put in the chat the poll, basically saying if the Ride Access Pass doesn't change, will you give up your annual pass? Did I write that right? Yeah, will you give up your pass?
Yeah, I mean, you spelled change wrong.
I did it quick.
Conj.
Oh, that's good. That's the PC's fault, not my fault.
RH Tube said maybe Merlin could invite a group of people like yourselves to have an open and honest conversation.
Do you know what
rather than talking via the press and social media? Would you guys be interested if invited?
I can almost guarantee they would not be interested in anything that we could say because unfortunately it is with business, and I was speaking to my manager at my work today. With anything, it's to do with money.
Oh, it's always
to do with money.
A given. The thing is, I think where they're concerned is because they have sensory bags or whatever they're calling them, the ability to buy fidget toys and whatever else. They've also provided sensory spaces. To them, that's enough of a reasonable adjustment. And the fact that there is fast tracks available. I mean, I have seen a couple of things that may be hinting towards a new virtual queuing system. But I'm not convinced. Like, because somebody posted something about a missing limb time card, which is it's something that they're running alongside the app, but it's only on Thorpe's website at the minute, I think. And that touches more on that being like a virtual kind of a thing. But it sounds to me like it was how the original wrap worked. So I'm not sure. There's little nods to it, but I wouldn't say
with virtual queuing,
they could be doing that
thing is with virtual queuing, I'm not sure. We all remember Mantle Mayhem when that first opened. That was on a virtual queue. It was a nightmare to get a slot for. A nightmare. And we all went, can we just have the normal queues, please? You know.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be a nightmare. Can you imagine come, Scarefest and Fright Nights? You ain't gonna get on a ride. You know.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, the simple answer, if we were invited to discuss it, absolutely, I would.
Absolutely.
I don't think they would do it.
I think they probably hate us for doing this, to be fair.
Yeah, probably. Royal Recordings, welcome to the stream.
Good
I'm
evening.
really sorry it does take us a little while to get to comments, just because we do answer everything as best we can. I wonder how this affects people with cerebral palsy. To be fair, I would have thought it would be covered under the can't stand for long periods of time. So if the symbol is correct, it shouldn't necessarily affect them. But then I know it's different.
Everybody's different.
Severities.
With that, yeah.
So, But there's a lot of hidden disabilities. There's a lot of other disabilities that fall outside of the inability to stand for a short period of time, if that makes sense. So yeah, a big bulk of it is people who are talking about the neurodivergent side and the mental side of things. But yeah, there's still a hell of a lot, like even blindness, things like that. So yeah.
Well, that's the other thing, isn't it? So, like, say for example, right?
Yeah.
I just want to word this correct because I don't want to offend anybody. If you're blind,
yeah,
some people would say you can still queue.
Yeah, but you can look at someone standing up and say you can still queue. This is the whole point. It's part of the ignorance is bliss. It's part of the, well, I think you'll be fine, you can queue. It's that you don't know what's going on with that individual. You don't know their struggle. So if you've not lived it, you don't know it, don't have an opinion on it, you have no right to say anything. If that makes sense?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Does that...
Yes.
Does that make sense to everyone?
I
hope so. I've lost where I am now. How's the poll going? Oh, 93% for yes.
93%, yeah.
7% said no.
Yeah.
See, that's very telling to me. Very telling. I know there's only 28 people, so that's like 26 roughly. Maybe 24 people that have said yes. Oh, 14 votes. So that's still a lot of... That's still a high percentage for me.
Yeah. I think it's probably everyone bar one or two.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. My brain doesn't want to do maths right now. I think Merlin might be doing this for Universal Coming, knowing that more people from around the world will be coming and won't the main question to go through faster to accommodate this. The thing is, to me, that speaks more about their operations than the fact that more people are coming. If you cannot manage, deal, cope with the amount of people that come to the parks, something has to change. Operation wise, ride availability wise, yeah, you can't blame everything on the individuals that have been managing at the parks with ride access, or that have found ways to cope in order to do things that they enjoy. You can't say, okay, well, we're gonna have like 20,000 people come in 4 years. Sorry, you lot. Tough shit. You know, get on with it, kind of thing. That's not... I see what you're saying, but... And that could be why, but it just wouldn't make sense. RH2 said we've already cancelled our 3 annual passes. Blimey.
Fair enough. But are you going to go and get another pass somewhere else?
I mean, I keep saying to you, don't I want to cancel our passes. But I think what we may do is just cancel one. And then, purely because the reason I got an annual pass wasn't for theme parks. So I still want my annual pass for what I got it for, which was attractions. So it was, the Sea Life Centres. I mean, I know they're whittling down now, and it was like Madame Tussauds and things like that. So it was the side attractions. The theme parks was him, really. So I would like to keep it for that. But we just don't need to anymore. There's just no real need for it.
No.
Plus, I kind of want to see where this goes before, because we pay monthly, so I don't want to pay another sign-up fee.
Yeah.
I think see how this pans out, and then I'm more towards getting rid of them, because...
Unless, of course, this is another Merlin ploy. Maybe if they see a load of people cancelling their Merlin passes, they'll do a U-turn, and then maybe they're hoping more people will sign up again, but they'll have to pay the fee again.
But it's only monthly that pays a fee.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's because technically when you pay monthly, your monthly payments work out to a renewal price. So you pay a sign-up fee to get it up to the initial first, annual pass. So, because you have the initial one, like when you buy your first one, and then you have a renewal after that. So that monthly equates to the renewal. That makes sense?
Yeah.
But there's issues with the monthlies that I just not even going to go into in this one, because that's a whole different kettle of fish. Daisy said I won't be giving up my pass just because I don't have it. That makes sense. If I did have it though, I think I probably would, but already on board anyway of giving up my pass as is. Well, you don't go very often anyway, do you? So...
I can say you do have to weigh up how much you go in terms of value. I mean, let's be fair, right? This winter we haven't done anything, mainly because we haven't been well.
Yeah.
But like, if you calculate it, like I know obviously most people say, well, if you go twice a month, it's great value for money. You get your value, but with the winter months, oh, excuse me again, with the winter months,
you got the hiccups.
yeah, with the winter months you don't go because there's nothing open.
But in your winter months, you're supposed to go to the attractions and stuff.
But they're shut. Well, if you lived up at Blackpool, you couldn't go there.
Oh no, because
they're all they're now
they haven't all been sold. They're back under management of the council.
Council, yeah.
I'm very sorry, Fairground, but I completely missed one of your comments. I do apologise.
No. Quickly go back.
On a positive note, this whole issue has given the smaller parks massive amount of publicity at the point they badly needed, with Breen closing not long ago. Yeah,
I was going to mention that at the end of this.
I did see about Breen.
So I was going to mention Breen theme park. I was going to. We did go a couple of years ago when we were staying down at Butlins in Minehead.
Yeah, there was only one thing to do, wasn't there?
There was, because it was shut.
Yeah, everything else was shut.
Everything was shut because obviously we went in a weekday and it was in June, so of course it wasn't really peak season. And we did do the ghost train, and the ghost train was amazing.
Yeah. That's all we done.
Yes, because that's all that was open.
And we went specifically for the space one. I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, the one that was at Blackpool. I can't remember what it was called. Astro something.
I can't remember, but I wanted a nostalgia kick, but I couldn't do it.
And I wanted to go there again, potentially this year, just because they've got quite unique rides, and they had quite a lot of thrilling rides. Although Breen theme park, where's the theme?
Well, yeah.
Enough said.
But is it called Breen theme park?
It's
or is it
called,
just Breen?
No, it's called Breen theme park.
Okay. Well, it's not called anything anymore.
They brought in liquidators. Does that mean that's definitely terminal? I don't know if it is.
Liquidators it's
selling the assets.
From my understanding, it's selling of assets.
That's a shame.
Basically, what money can they get out of what they have left?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Maybe that Astro one. I want to call it Astro.
Could go back to Blackpool.
Blackpool, yeah. They got room for it. They can get that building.
I was going to say, I feel like the building's still empty, where it once was.
Yeah, could you imagine? Oh, yeah, it's been about 15 years. We've got our ride back now.
Yeah, we've got a whole new ride.
Yeah, brand new ride. No, it's not.
Anyway, Sensational Adventures said, I can't help but think if Merlin sorted their main operations out, the wrap would work a lot smoother, such as correct staff levels, improved accessibility training for staff, and longer operating hours. I agree. I genuinely agree. I feel like a lot of the time the operation is Slap Hazard, it's Arthur, when I say Arthur, it's half a job, basically. It's, okay, we run on bare minimum, just get through the day. If you're opening 10 till 4, realistically, like, even a normal queue, you're not going to get on much.
Can I just say, right, I can, like, 10 till 4, I think maybe at Thorpe Park, I don't want to give them ideas here, but Thorpe Park, probably doable on a real quiet day. But Alton Towers, massive theme park, 10 till 4. To do all the rides, you basically have to leg it round.
I was going to say, I feel like for me, 10 till 4 at Alton Towers is walking from one side of the park to the other.
You're not going to even have time for a bloody tea or a coffee, you know.
But yeah, I agree. 100% I agree. A lot needs to change. But it's easy to attack one minority. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. It's easy to attack the ones that are already attacked all the time, if that makes sense. If Merlin just ran the maximum trains instead of just one, might help queuing instead of waiting 90 minutes for a 45-second ride. I'm going to assume that, that screams Hyperion to me, to be honest. But yeah, the ride should be ran at full capacity, unless obviously it's not busy enough for it. But again, I understand that maintenance and things go down and things like that, and
Yeah.
but, things operational wise.
I think on a winter, on a real quiet day, one train operations, sucks, but I completely understand it.
Yeah. It's always to do with money. If they cared about customers, they would find companies that produce cheaper food and merch and maintain their parks.
Look, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. Unfortunately, with today's world, everything is money orientated.
I mean, okay, so let's look at Alton Towers, right? Last year, the food prices were ridiculous. The drinks prices were ridiculous. The merch prices were even more ridiculous. What do you mean a pin badge is £12? Why are you selling a coat for £100? Well, it's not even a coat, it's a jacket. It's more like a hoodie without a hood. Like, and then they sit there and they go, oh, I don't understand why we're not making any money. People aren't willing to pay that. When they go out for a family day out, they don't want to have to get a mortgage to pay for the day. They don't want to have to sit there and figure out how am I going to pay for this. And you shouldn't have to save a year to go for a day out.
Isn't there that thing of less is more?
Yeah, well, I mean, I live by that. Less is more.
Less is more.
Less is more.
Let's take for example the hotel, right? Now, obviously, currently until next weekend, Alton Towers is closed. But with your hotel stay, you can get a water park entry, right? You are still no theme park, just a water park, which is very met at best.
Oh yeah, we looked and it was like 300 quid. Wasn't
You're still looking, 300 quid, 100, 200 quid. It's not worth it. Those hotels,
and that was a weekday.
It's a weekday, it's a weekday. The Alton Towers hotels are travel lodge standard at best. They are not great.
Do you know what else I've just realised as well with that?
Go on.
Because obviously you also get a round of golf, don't you, for free? But now with your annual passes, you get one free round of golf anyway.
And who wants to be playing golf when it's sub-zero temperatures? Or where?
That's the only way to have any attachment with the old nemesis, with OG Nemi.
True.
Sorry,
we're going off topic again.
A bit of a rant.
Yeah.
On a much less serious note, how rock and roll are we spending our Friday evening chatting with you guys? I mean, I'm happy.
Oh!
What did you do?
I don't know, I just done that. Rock and roll. Is he going to do it again?
No. I don't.
What happened? It did.
What have you done?
I don't know. I didn't even know that I'd done that.
I didn't either. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy you guys are here. It's quite a serious topic, but we do all kind of have a little bit of a laugh in between. Fam says, if you think about the amount of people they can get each train on their rides and use their trains, how are their queues so big because the rides don't last that long? It's just slow operations. It's like, which was it? Was it Swarm? Was it last season or the season before?
It was the season before. The season before
was so slow. It was like 10 minutes between. Well, it wasn't that. It was probably about 5 minutes between each train going. Oh, it's just long-winded. It is just operations. Twister Make, welcome to the stream. Good evening. I'm really sorry. We do take a while to get to comments.
I was going to say, he's probably
respond to everything.
Come in and he's gone already.
So just bear with us. I think I would just go to other parks that you don't need help. Or we go to Flamingo Land, never needed help, never been that busy. We've been to Flamingo Land once.
It's a great park, wasn't it, Hayley?
Never again.
Great park.
Never again. I had the worst experience. But if you like Flamingo Land and it works for you, I have no judgment.
We can.
But I did find that actually, the queue. Well,
no.
that I did do, there wasn't really any queue.
No, ride access there was appalling.
Well,
it was appalling. I'm sorry, it was terrible.
I mean, we did get abuse on the first ride that we went to.
Firstly, you have to walk past everybody in the queue.
Like, and there's no. Do that with, but yeah, there was no barrier, was there? There was literally. What ride was it? It was a coaster. What ride was it?
It was
the one that I said broke my back. The first
Mumbo
one.
Jumbo.
Was that the first
Or
one?
no,
the
Kamali.
the dingly one.
Kamali.
Yeah, so we went up to that, and obviously the ride access queue is quite literally a fence between the normal queue.
A low fence of that.
And as we were walking up, somebody turned around and went, "Oh, I wish I could skip the queue like that. What a fucking joke!" And I was like, "Okay." And then they made a comment to staff, and I don't remember what that comment was, but I felt so uncomfortable. That's on top of having like a disastrous time getting in. There was issue after issue,
and then
on top of that, and then it was just by the end of the day I was like, I'm just going in the arcade. Just leave me alone. You guys do what you've got to do. I'm
have a meltdown that day, and like sitting as well.
I was ready to go at 10:30, wasn't I?
You wanted to go, and I was like, no.
But if Flamingo Land is great for you and you love it, and it's great for you. I'm happy.
Do you know what? It's got about 10 roll. Is it 10 or is it 8?
It's
got quite a few roller coasters.
It's got a good arcade.
Yeah, I bet it has. My wallet felt it. I know that.
I remember that next time because it was my.
I'm joking.
But yeah, yeah. Parks where you don't really need help. Yeah, it's. Personally, we're dropping out Merlin Pass to get Drayton Manor Pass, as our son prefers that park anyway.
Do you know what? Drayton Manor, fair play. They have loads of events. Last year, we didn't get to go, unfortunately. But last year, fireworks every month. Bit silly in the summer, because let's be fair, who likes fireworks in the light? But they did it, and they've now got their fountain show that looks amazing. Yeah. You're on for a winner, I think, with that one.
Drayton have been putting more effort in, I think, over the last couple of years. I think personally for me, I wouldn't get the Drayton Manor Pass just because I think it's a bit too much of a younger demographic for us. But I think Drayton is a valid.
And they do, when they're open late, they do evening tickets, which are great value for like just over 20 quid, I think it is.
Yes.
Which is great, because let's be fair, we don't need to do everything. We just do a few rides and then watch whatever entertainment, and then we go. So
yes,
it's great value, I find.
Yes. Daisy, welcome back. It says, yeah, I've been doing a lot more European parks. UK parks are shite. It's very hard to justify it. The only reason I do still have it is because the sign up fee, but it's hard to see a point of it. Oh, so you're talking about the ride access? Oh my god, the annual pass. The thing is, once you, it's like a Pringles can, isn't it? Once you pop, you just can't stop. Once you go European parks, UK parks just never hit the same. For me, like Europa Park is top dollar, and Rolandica.
If you want to know how the Ride Access Pass works, shameless plug now, there is a video from Europa Park about how the Ride Access Pass works there, so go and check that out. Whoa!
He's gonna keep doing that now that he knows how to do it. It's like, I'd love to know how the blues happened last time.
I don't know. We must have done something.
Yeah,
Maybe put your thumb up. Maybe. Oh look! Hey.
Oh no! It's like when you find out that you can send lasers to people on iPhones.
You got pop.
Alright, Shub, as an alternative, I think Blackpool Pleasure Beach annual pass also gives you day tickets to various European parks.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I do think if there's a pass that's great value, the Pleasure Beach pass is is awesome. Especially if you're doing lots of European parks. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah. Efteling, Portaventura, etc. Yeah. See,
Yeah.
Efteling. It's not my favourite park, but I do like the whimsy. I do like and I feel like it's a bit like Legoland. If you don't want to do the rides, there's still plenty for you to do. But we do need to go back to Efteling because I need to find the little pin badge slot machine thingy.
I like how that's your first thought.
Yeah.
I need to find the pin badge. Most of us would be, I need to go and do Dance Macabre.
No,
I need to find the pin badge.
No. There's like a little machine in a wall somewhere that's like a little man that makes the pin badge, and then it just spits out a ball at you. And you don't know what pin you're going to get. And it's like €2. Yeah.
Or the donkey that farts a coin.
So if I ever say I'm going to Efteling and you see Chris, that's where I'll be. Is buying the pins in the wall. A few rides at Breen have already been sold to showmen, unfortunately. Oh, so they're going more like fun fair, I guess.
They're all travelling rides anyway.
Well, yeah, they are.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Be nice to see them around.
Yeah, it'd be interesting because like most showmen, I would have thought they'll like do them up and stuff.
Question is, who's going to get the Pimfari? You don't know. You're lost on that. It's fine.
I'm just reading ahead because I know Daisy's in the chat and she says stuff that I have to stop myself from saying sometimes.
Oh.
So I've learned read ahead when Daisy's in the chat. Let's see. I think the short hours is to try and encourage people to pay for a second day / come back to do things they've missed on the first day.
Maybe.
I mean, I get that. I understand that. But a lot of the parks are one-day parks anyway. But you also shouldn't have to pay for a second day because the queues were too long and the operations were poor. I think if you want to pay for a second day to come back because you had a good time, it's different. But if it's because, you know, you didn't get to do the rides that you wanted to do because queues were like 2 hours long or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's loads of people buying less food on site because of the price and quality. People fill up on their own snacks throughout the day. They order takeout to the hotel / go out for dinner and come back.
Yep.
Yes, they do. I agree there. But the thing is, the funniest thing is with the Alton Towers food is it's done by Aramark, and I know we've had this conversation before, but the Harry Potter studio tours also use Aramark, and the food there is incredible. So I don't think it's Aramark that's the issue, it's the people making the food that's the issue, or just the slapdash approach.
I mean, it's probably different food. You're not getting burgers, are you, technically, at the
Well,
Harry
you are,
Potter?
though, because you get pizzas and stuff. They change it up, don't they, for each event? And they do burgers. They do
But they're more posh. They're not just...
But this is what I mean. It's like a very stark difference.
Jack and potatoes, that's all you need. Jack and potato.
Jack and potato.
Spudman there. Could you imagine if Spudman came, or Spud Bros, or any of those other Spud people?
I think if even they have the common sense to just steer clear of Merlin.
Could you imagine? Oh, they should just outsource it, shouldn't they? Just stick their van just outside the entrance.
Yeah.
They would get so long.
The thing, though, when Thorpe had the Jack and Potato Scarefest, you just don't need anything else.
Fright Nights.
When it's cold, Fright Nights, that's one. When it's cold and you just want comfort food, good Jack and Potato.
Can't go wrong.
Fan said in the 90s, I know most probably weren't born then, but when buying merch, it was affordable as well as buying a ride photo, and the food was affordable for the times. It didn't break the bank. I mean, inflation happens, things go up. Prices are always going to change, but yeah. It's insane because I have a badge in my collection. It's quite a big badge. It's like an Alton Towers button badge. And it's still in the original packaging from when the person who originally owned it bought it. And it was 50p. And it's like that big. It's quite big.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine how many more pins I'd have if they were only like £1.
Like you say, inflation happened.
To be fair, we still need to do the pin content.
I know.
Daisy said, Chris trying to get back in his prime with the lasers. Big up Flamingo Land. And I'm home now so I can come on and chat. Oh my gosh. I can't even remember how you do it on the iPhones. Oh, you send pew pew to other iPhone users.
Small things.
Yeah. I hate the looks you get in rap as well. There was one time someone started abusing us till I told them, would you like to swap places? Explained my missus has cancer and be happy to swap lives. Yes, see, this is the thing. It's the whole ignorance is bliss. But as I say, if you don't understand the process, why people are using it, the potential reasons people are using it, then you are always going to be, like, I guess you're going to begrudge people using it, if that makes sense. And I get why people sit there and they say, oh, you know, well, why should you get it easier at a theme park than me or whatever else? But in actual fact, I need to be careful with my wording. if you don't have any struggles, any sensory issues, any issue, absolutely anything other than just going and enjoying your day and not have to pre-plan down to the last ride to how you're going to do your day, how you're going to figure it out, your day is already better than mine. So even with, having the access to ride access, your day is still better because my day is unexpected. I can't tell what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to be there all day. I can plan to be there all day, but I don't know what's going to happen in 10 minutes from now. It is very much ignorance is bliss. I can attack because it's the easy option. It's not the right option, but it's the easy option. And people get frustrated standing in queues. I get it, but does that make sense? Does that?
I mean, it's like anything, isn't it? Like, even doing these live streams, there's a reason why we don't plan them, say, a week in advance. Mainly because we don't know how Hayley's going to be, So that's why it's very much on the day.
But yeah, the looks that you do get sometimes from just entering that
queue. And the other thing
disgusting.
is, though, going back to that, is if it isn't ride access, it would be fast tracks. Like, there's just people that are disgruntled, full stop.
Yeah. It's like it's almost like it's jealousy, but not. It's like that borderline. But you can have my brain for a day.
Yeah, it's jealousy until it's the last ride of the day, and then everybody wants to be that last rider.
Oh my god!
And then it's like a big fight who can be last, and it's just like you can't make it up.
I know exactly what you're referring to there. Yeah. Maybe if Merlin had a non-theme park annual pass, we might be tempted back for other attractions. To be fair, that's a fair shout, And attractions only, but then the attractions are whittling down. Like, because there's talks of obviously selling the sea life centres, but they've obviously got rid of everything in Blackpool instead currently. It wouldn't surprise me if by the time Universal comes, there won't be many Merlin side attractions. But that's a fair shout. To be fair, it would be a good option. I'd love to see that, to be fair. Yeah, I'm off to Europa in July. I'm so excited. Love for F-telling. Was there like 2 weeks ago.
Enjoy.
Yes. Europa Park is incredible. But you have to do Rulantica. You have to. I'm sorry, you have to. Sensational Adventures. Spud Bros. That's another 3-hour queue.
Yeah.
It is. Every time he pops up on my TikTok, I'm like, oh, I really want to try one. And then I'm like, no, I see the videos of the queue and I'm like, nah. I'd get bored and be like.
I was going to say, I know I keep on banging on about Clacton Pier. Spudman went to Clacton Pier last year, right? And in the podcast, they said about how long the queue was, and it was about a 3-hour queue. And they were there till about 9 o'clock at night, having been there at like 10 o'clock in the morning, something stupid like that. It's crazy. Yeah,
I mean, is a jacket potato ever worth a 3-hour queue?
Well, let's just put it this way: that Harry, the general manager of Clacton, kind of suggested that maybe it's just a jacket potato. But lots of people like them, so.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it brought more people onto that park, and that's all that matters for them.
Well, that's the way to go.
Yes.
RH said, back to the food chat. Merlin also loved to discriminate against those with special dietary requirements. My wife is gluten intolerant and has been offered a snack bar in place of a meal. That's actually so bad.
Did they not? See, that...
Just when you think they couldn't get any worse, someone says something, you're like, no.
To be fair, I know this is probably ignorance. I've never thought about that.
What?
That they don't offer those sorts of...
But it kind of goes back to the whole argument of if you don't need to know, you wouldn't find out. True. If that makes sense.
True. But yeah, that's disgusting, really.
Yeah, that is really bad. That is so bad. I don't understand that. It's something so basic as well. It's like, I don't get it. First time we took the kids to Alton Towers, we never took food or drink. There are 6 of us. It cost me like £80 for a hot dog and a drink for everyone. They spent £50 on ice cream, £30 on a drink. Yes, that's ridiculous. That's like, hang on, so 80, 110, 160. That's like 3 weekly shots for us. That's ridiculous. Just to put that in a little bit of random perspective.
Yeah, no one else will get that, but yeah,
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Especially nowadays. I mean, even so, that's even so, like, wow. Right, where are we? RH Tube, that's diabolical. I would sue them for it. I mean, it is really bad. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. RH said, good job, we take our own food now. To be fair, I feel like it's safer to take your own food.
Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
because even if they suddenly started offering gluten free, it would be contaminated. Like, it would, yeah. Are you guys coming to Blackpool opening?
As it stands, no. Mainly because I've got work. Although maybe
was it Blackpool closing we went to?
No.
Like last? Or
No,
was it
we went to the opening day last year, because it worked out my days off. I mean, we could go up on the Sunday.
Well,
but I mean, let's be fair. We're all waiting for Evictus anyway, so
yeah,
we might just go up for that.
To be fair,
whenever
plus,
that opens. It's a long drive for us. It's about a 3-hour drive. 4-hour drive.
I keep getting lost as to where I am. I apologise. Even with inflation, our money goes up with inflation. They can make it cheaper. Look at Thorpe, KFC and Burger King. It's twice the price in park than buying the same thing in a street. No need to. I wouldn't say it's twice the price. It's definitely a little bit more expensive. It's like if you order from Just Eat, they add like 2 or 3 quid onto it. But yeah, I get your point. When we go, we pay for 6 people for 2 days. Then for us 2 days, also eat their food and drink. Then kids get 200 each in merch shops. That's just one family. Merlin are going to lose out. But it's Merlin's loss at the end of the day. There is much better places for you to go, much better places to spend your money. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Disability is a bit like a blocked nose. When you've got one, you realise you take being able to breathe for granted. Able-bodied people don't know how much better it is to not have a disability. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I actually like that analogy. That's a really simple way to explain it.
I should know because that's happened to me this week.
What, you got a blocked
nose? Yeah.
Yeah, I like that analogy. But yeah, you don't realise. But the thing is, a lot of people don't realise. Like, you may not be born with a disability, but it only takes one accident to disable you for the rest of your life. Or one mental breakdown, or you're basically one step away or one thing away from becoming disabled. And that, like, as much as I wouldn't change who I am, I also wouldn't I wouldn't wish anybody's struggles on anybody else, because 90% of the time we don't cope with it ourselves. So does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Like, I don't. Yeah. When we are timed out, we spend cash. Money is no expense considering the wife's illness. We get to enjoy ourselves. We never say no to the kids. I mean, if you're able to do that, you're happy to do that. That's your prerogative. That's how you do your days. But I have no impulse control when it comes to money. So
yes, yours is normally an arcade.
I see shiny things and it's paid for and in my bag. It's normally pin badges.
Oh, it's on the or 2p machines. Oh, that prize is on the edge. Just another £1.
You can't beat a good 2p machine.
Oh, another £1.
You can't beat a good 2p machine. I'm sorry, you just can't. I'm also disabled, so not trying to bash anyone, just trying to think of a situation where not being ill disabled is taken for granted and spoken about in those who don't understand. To be fair, your analogy was perfect because it's true. It is the, I guess, the able body ignorance. You don't think about it if you don't have to. It's the same in most situations. You won't, like with gluten intolerances and vegans and any sort of dietary thing, because you don't need it. You don't think about it. It's not until things are necessarily pointed out to people, but people take for granted what they have.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys came. Opening was great fun. Yes, either 6-hour train or drive. Yeah, it's just not. I don't think it's really worth it. There's,
I don't know.
Without getting into it, I think sometimes there's too much drama.
Yeah.
That's Blackpool opening. Disneyland Paris knew who to. Knew who? Oh my gosh. Disneyland Paris knew how to make money from the DAS pass. They were given a time to go back to ride. So while you were waiting, you could go and buy a drink and a snack. I mean, that's kind of how. Technically, that's how the rap works. Well,
kind of. Like
yeah.
Basically, you're virtually queuing. So instead of like if a queue line is an hour, you're not waiting an hour in.
Do you know what? Actually, one place that works like that is Adventure Island.
Go on.
Where you have to go to the ride, get a time slot to then go back.
Oh yeah.
Well, we had a bit of an issue with that as well, didn't we?
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. She just kept telling us to come back later, and we ended up going to guest services. I don't know if we documented it in the video or not. I can't remember if we edited it out because it was eventually resolved. And management said it's not how it should work, and that's not. I can't remember if we documented it or not. But basically, the girl, I think she was new, so no hate to her. But they basically said, oh yeah, you go to the ride exit, you ask for a time to return, and then when you return, you'll be able to go on. Like, you'll be able to go straight on. So I was like, oh, okay, fine. So we done that. We went to the ride. We got our time slot. Went back at that time. She went, oh no, it's still too busy. Can you come back in like 10 minutes? So we were like, okay. So we done that once, and then we went back and she done it again, and I said, I'm not sure this is how this is supposed to work. So we went and spoke to guest services, and she was like, oh no, when you go back you should be let straight on because you've waited that 10-15 minutes or whatever it was, like outside of the thing.
And she came with us, didn't she?
Yeah, she came with us, and we got straight on the ride, but she basically explained to the girl that no, like, that's not how you do it, kind of thing. And she apologised, and we had no other issues throughout that day. So I can't remember if we documented it or edited it out or whatever, just for transparency. But yeah, well, I mean, a system like that makes sense. I wouldn't be opposed to a system like that.
I think, like anything, what Merlin should have done, if they wanted to change things. They could have tried that. They could have trialed anything. But to cut a lot of people out is not the right way. I
think one of the biggest issues is it's a shock to the system. I think that's part of the main issue. Like, obviously the whole thing is a sham. But I think if they maybe pre-warned people a little bit and said, look, some major changes are coming, you may not like it, it's going to be a trial, please don't get upset about it, just we need to see how this plays out. We need to, like, if it was better explained, it wasn't just from now, like, it's invalid, you no longer get rah 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 rah. I think that's also got people's backs up. Like, the situation itself isn't great, the situation itself is disgusting, it's, you know, it's mind-boggling, but it's got that huge shock factor to it as well.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying it's an okay thing to do. I hope that makes sense. I hope people get it. Like,
right, let's answer the last few questions.
Yes.
And then
it's
nearly 2 hours of streaming. We must say we've got 24 people watching us. Thank you all so much. If you haven't hit the like button already, please do. Helps the algorithm, apparently.
Well, it's supposed to share like show you more things like this. But yeah, so I'll read out the last few comments. If you've got anything else that you want to say, anything else you want to add, get it in the chat now and we'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
I just laugh. We have to save all year to do it though, and I'm not loaded. But if that's how you do it as a family, that's how you do it as a family. Like, everybody does it differently. You know, if that's how you choose to do it, why not? For what you spend on food in the parks as a family, I can get a lot cheaper and better quality, and I can put a burger. Excuse me. I can put a burger in a bun, straight, not half hanging out of the bun.
True.
I mean, yeah, you can, but you pay for the convenience of having it at the park. But it's just a shame that it's not good quality. Regardless of tonight's chat, have you guys got any plans penciled in for new theme park season?
Before you answer that, thank you ever so much, Daisy, for the 99p and the rose potentially. So
yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Obviously,
much.
we appreciate it, but you really don't have to. We say it every time.
It will go in the coffee fund.
But now that you have interrupted, do we have anything penciled in?
Not
no.
as such. I mean,
well, we do. We
do.
have Portman's Park.
Oh yeah, mate.
Middle of the year. Yeah.
Yes, for the opening of the Algard.
Yes, we have that date penciled in.
I would, because I don't know.
You want to do Clacton
I
Pier.
want to do Clacton Pier. They've got a special price going on. I will just mention £15 a wristband over the February half term, as well as other amusement parks that are doing similar things.
I really want to go to Brighton, not necessarily for the pier, but for the Sea Life Centre, because I want to do that before Merlin have a chance to get rid of it, if they get rid of it, whatever else. And I do really want to do the little boat ride that they have there. It is an upcharge, but you can sit on a little boat that takes you across the giant tank.
Oh, I thought you meant actually in Brighton, like a boat. I was like,
no.
boat ride?
No, a Sea Life Centre. It's a little boat that just goes from one side of the tank to the other, and you'd have the things swimming under you. I really want to do that. It's mostly the little side ones that most people don't really talk about, isn't it, really?
We kind of want to get out there more, because let's be fair, these theme parks these amusement parks, shall we say, they are closing down like no tomorrow. Obviously, we touched on it earlier. Breen Theme Park has gone into a liquidation as of this week. Its future is over. Which is sad to see. We did try and go there a few years ago, like we touched on, but most of it was shut. We did get on the ghost train though, so yeah, we need to go and support these smaller amusement parks over
and attractions.
And attractions. So yeah, if you have any suggestions of where you want us to go and what you'd like to see from us, please drop us a message on this video or anywhere else.
We are open to new suggestions.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh, Blue 199. Thank you so much. You really don't have to do that,
Thank you ever
but
so
we do
much.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It will go into the channel, as they say.
Yes, you really don't have to do that, but we do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I've lost where we are. Kind of feels like Merlin held auditions. Most disabled wins rap. Rest of us cue and clap. Honestly, literally sounds like that. Actually so bad I can't lie, even for someone without rap. It kind of has set that I'm more disabled than you kind of, and it's never a good fight to have because there's no way of really comparing. I mean, there is, but there isn't. It's just not a good road to go down for anyone, anything.
No, it's dividing people even more.
It's yeah, it's disgusting. What Merlin needs to do, instead of wait time, have time slots. Both queue lines get regulated, and it's not a free-for-all overbooking the wrap or reserve and ride.
The thing is with it, and I totally get, that's been suggested quite a few times. It might work, but the problem is that could you imagine you then go to a theme park, you want to get on, let's say, Hyperia, and you have to wait 3 hours. Instead of running or walking to the ride, and you could just join the queue and you get on whenever you can get on. you then have to virtual queue. This is for the main queue I'm on about, not wrap. For me, I'm not a great lover of that. I think they should have left the wrap where it was with the new app. It sounded positive. You know, if you couldn't get your time, if you couldn't reserve the date that you wanted, you could still go to the theme park on the day. And then if someone leaves the park earlier, they can release that time slot or the day slot, and you have a chance to do it in the afternoon.
Well, that's what the app is supposed to do,
Yeah.
isn't it? But
I think
they've
it would
not
have
given
worked.
it a chance. So, Hells Bells, thank you so much for the $4.99.
Thank you. This is
Again,
mad.
you really do not have to do it. We do appreciate it, but you really do not have to do it. Thank you so much.
As we say, it will all be invested into the channel.
Yeah, it goes straight back into the channel. It's insane. Thank you so much. So, I've lost where I am. Have you filled in the Merlin survey today? If so, what did you suggest as a reasonable adjustment? In all fairness, we haven't had a chance. We got the email, had dinner, and then were straight on live. We are going to do it soon after this. So I didn't know that was a question, but reasonable adjustment, I think I'm going to have a think about it. I mean, I'm not really, I don't think sensory rooms is enough. I don't think suggesting people do fast tracks is enough. But I'm sure I can think of something once I do the form. I'd be interested to know what you put though. And that's just me being open and honest right now. Are you doing Pixar event in London? One of us is. Not sure which one of us yet, but one of us is.
Would you like to see a vlog from it? There's a question.
Yeah.
Would you like to see a vlog?
Yes, we weren't going to, but if you would like to see it, we can. Thank you for all your information. Please keep it up. No worries at all. We do our best to do what we can. It's not disgusting. It's diabolical. I agree.
Totally.
Okay, guys, got to go. Nearly my bedtime.
Yeah.
I said it. I said I was rock and roll. Thank you again, and here's hoping that people power will win in the end. Night night. Good night. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Oh my gosh. Thank you for joining. Yeah.
It's been a good night. It's
It
a
has
shame.
been a good
I'm not
stream.
going to lie. The people that agree with Merlin, it's a shame none of them have turned up tonight. It would have been nice to have an open discussion with someone like that, but...
Well, it is what it is, isn't it? I think I've got a couple of ideas for a reasonable adjustment.
Cool.
But I will let you know. I'll probably message you and let you know what I decide on putting.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should do virtual queue instead of time slots.
I think
Do like go in the app. No, this is Daisy. Join virtual queue. If it's 90 minutes, it lets you in the queue like 80 minutes before, so it can even it out a bit. Might not work, but I don't know. Technically, it's already a virtual queue. Yeah. You're more than welcome, and keep going, guys. You rock. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes.
Oh, Hayley, keep it PG. Please stop. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know what that's gone. You can select other, and it gives you a text box. I suggest basically said what I said earlier about operations. Oh, okay, perfect. Thanks. I shall I'll do the survey as soon as we come off live. My gosh, my brain's fried now. And I'll let you know what I put once I put it, basically.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. Thanks for joining, everyone.
Thank you for joining. We've enjoyed it, and
yes.
Thank you for staying with us for the 2 hours that we've streamed.
It always ends up being like a couple of hours. I'm not even gonna lie.
I was gonna say people were like, "Oh yeah, just do an hour stream." There's us 2 hour stream, just talking and waffling and whatever.
But the thing is, it is an important subject.
It is
important for somebody to get it out there. And anyway, are you guys going in Discord or calling it a night?
I mean, if we go into Discord, it'll probably be only for 5 minutes because I have got work in the morning. I have to be up at 3 o'clock. So...
Yes, we can go in there for 10 minutes while we fill out this form. And so if you're in the Discord, we'll be in there. If you're not, it's in the description. So
It is in
come
the
and join,
description, yeah.
and we'll be on
We
there.
do have Discord. But yes, thank you all for watching.